Epic showdown, Hulk versus Terminator. Who would win? Scene opens with a sweeping shot of a barren wasteland, remnants of a futuristic battle evident in the smoldering ruins. Storm clouds gather as lightning cracks across the darkened sky. Intense, pulse-pounding music builds tension. Welcome back, enthusiasts of the extraordinary. Today, we're diving deep into an epic confrontation that transcends time and space. What happens when the unstoppable force of gamma radiation-fueled rage meets the unyielding precision of a cybernetic assassin? It's Marvel's green behemoth, the Incredible Hulk, versus Skynet's relentless Terminator. Buckle up as we dissect this clash with expert analysis, numbers, and a fresh perspective. The Incredible Hulk. Let's kick things off with the powerhouse known as the Incredible Hulk. Dr. Bruce Banner, a genius with PhDs in nuclear physics and biochemistry, becomes the Hulk after a catastrophic exposure to gamma radiation during an experimental bomb test, a origin rooted in the fears and fascinations of the atomic age. In the Marvel Universe, gamma radiation doesn't just kill, it transforms. Banner's unique genetic makeup allowed him to survive an exposure estimated at over 1,500 rads, a dose that would be lethal to any normal human. Instead, it unlocked an unprecedented cellular metamorphosis, providing a fascinating study in radiation-induced mutagenesis. The Hulk's primary attribute is his limitless strength. Theoretically, his strength increases proportionally with his adrenaline levels, a concept tied to the adrenal medulla's capacity to produce catecholamines under stress. In World War Hulk, he overpowered the combined forces of Earth's heroes, showcasing strength levels that defy conventional physics. His durability and healing factor are equally impressive. Cellular regeneration studies suggest that the Hulk's regenerative capabilities operate at a rate hundreds of times faster than normal human tissue repair. He has withstood hits from Thor's Mjolnir, which, if calculated, delivers blows exceeding 100,000 newtons of force. Metabolic studies within the comics imply that the Hulk's muscles produce negligible fatigue toxins during physical activity, allowing for seemingly infinite exertion, a phenomenon that would intrigue any physiologist. His leaping ability suggests he can apply force sufficient to escape Earth's gravity, requiring speeds over 11.2 kilometers per second and energy outputs rivaling spacecraft launches. Consider when Hulk held together the tectonic plates of a planet in Infinity Gauntlet, a feat involving forces on the order of 1029 newtons. Or when he withstood the heat of Human Torch's supernova flame, estimated at temperatures around 1,000 degrees Celsius. The Terminator, T-800 model. Switching gears to the cybernetic side, the T-800 is a masterpiece of future engineering, a fusion of advanced AI and robotics, designed for one purpose: termination. Created by Skynet, an artificial general intelligence that achieved sentience, the T-800 series serves as the backbone of its infiltrator units. With a hyperalloy combat chassis and living tissue, it's capable of blending in and executing missions with cold efficiency. The T-800's actuators allow for strength outputs significantly higher than human norms. Estimates place its lifting capacity around 3,400 kilograms, 7,500 pounds, and its punches deliver kinetic energies upwards of 12,000 joules, enough to breach reinforced concrete. Programmed with tactical data equivalent to decades of military experience, encompassing firearms proficiency, hand-to-hand combat, and strategic operations, its database likely contains terabytes of combat scenarios and countermeasures. The endoskeleton is composed of a titanium tungsten alloy, providing resistance to small arms fire and moderate explosions. It can operate in extreme temperatures ranging from -50 degrees Celsius to over 1,000 degrees Celsius, highlighting superior materials engineering. Equipped with a neural net processor, the T-800 can perform real-time analysis, predictive modeling, and adaptive learning, akin to advanced AI algorithms that process petaflops of data per second. Standard loadouts may include phased plasma rifles, fictionally operating at 40 kilowatt output, particle beam weapons, and conventional firearms. Its targeting systems use multispectral imaging for optimal accuracy. Surviving a direct hit from explosives equivalent to 20 pounds of C4 and continuing its mission. In Terminator 3, a T-850, an advanced model, withstood a plasma rifle blast, demonstrating resilience against high-energy weaponry. Head-to-head analysis. Now, let's break down this matchup with expert-level scrutiny. Considering that Hulk's strength magnifies with emotional intensity and using biomechanical analysis, his punch could exert forces exceeding 100 gigapascals when enraged, a force capable of cracking vibranium. While the T-800's maximum output is impressive, it's constrained by its hydraulic and power system limitations. Mechanical stresses beyond design parameters could result in actuator failure, per the principles of materials science. In raw strength, the Hulk outclasses the Terminator by several orders of magnitude. His healing factor allows for regeneration at the cellular level almost instantaneously. In one instance, he regenerated his entire muscular system after being stripped to the bone by Vector, a demonstration of advanced regenerative biology. Built to endure, but not to regenerate, damage to its systems is cumulative. Without self-repair capabilities beyond basic field maintenance, prolonged engagement reduces operational efficiency. Hulk's ability to recover from virtually any injury gives him a significant endurance advantage. When factoring in iterations like the Merged Hulk or Professor Hulk, where Banner's intellect merges with Hulk's strength, we see strategic thinking combined with brute force. This version has mastery over various martial arts and combat tactics. The T-800 operates on combat algorithms optimized for efficiency. It can predict opponent movements using probabilistic models, a method akin to predictive analytics used in modern AI applications. Hulk's potential for strategic thinking when Banner's intellect is present could outmaneuver the Terminator's fixed algorithms, despite its learning capabilities. His primary vulnerability lies in psychological manipulation. Enemies exploiting his emotional state have been able to subdue or misdirect him. Certain energy forms like mind control or adamantium bindings have temporarily restrained him. Susceptible to electromagnetic pulses, EMPs, which can disrupt its neural net processor. Additionally, extreme kinetic impacts could damage internal systems, given enough force. The hypothetical battle. Visualize an abandoned metropolis, skyscrapers stretching into the clouds, shadows casting a monochrome palette across the scene. The atmosphere is dense, charged with anticipation. Imagine, Skynet detects an anomaly, a being whose gamma radiation levels threaten the fabric of its temporal operations. It dispatches a T-800 to 21st century Earth to eliminate the threat. Bruce Banner. The Terminator, utilizing its infiltration protocols, locates Banner in a secluded lab. Opting for a stealth approach, it analyzes his biometrics, confirming a 99.8% match with its target parameters. However, a sudden mishap triggers Banner's transformation. Sensors spike as gamma radiation floods the area, a transformation sequence generating energy surges measurable in terawatts. The Hulk, now fully emerged, perceives the Terminator as a threat. The T-800 initiates combat with a high-caliber rotary cannon, each 20mm round, capable of penetrating armored vehicles. The bullets impact but fail to breach Hulk's skin, merely intensifying his aggression. Calculating alternatives, the Terminator deploys a plasma rifle, theoretical output of 50 kilojoules per shot. Direct hits scorch the environment, but leave Hulk relatively unharmed, his gamma-irradiated cells absorbing and dissipating the energy. The Hulk retaliates with a thunderous punch. Seismologists might register the impact as a localized magnitude 4 earthquake. The Terminator is launched through multiple concrete barriers, structural integrity of its endoskeleton compromised by 27%. Adapting protocols, the T-800 assesses environmental advantages. It leads Hulk toward a magnetic resonance chamber in a nearby facility, intending to exploit his susceptibility to certain radiation frequencies. Within the chamber, the Terminator activates an experimental device emitting high-frequency gamma inhibitors. Hulk momentarily reverts to Banner, inducing a metabolic crisis. But in a twist, Banner, with his genius-level intellect, recognizes the ploy. He overrides the system, causing a feedback loop that generates a gamma surge, triggering an unprecedented transformation, the emergence of the world-breaker Hulk. In this state, Hulk's mere footsteps generate seismic events, and energy readings exceed anything the Terminator's sensors have ever encountered. The T-800's tactical options dwindle. It considers initiating a temporal displacement weapon, a theoretical device capable of sending objects through time without living tissue. With a decisive blow, Hulk crushes the Terminator. The force applied is calculated to be in excess of 400 gigajoules, annihilating the endoskeleton and any chance of self-repair. In a last-ditch effort, the T-800 activates the temporal displacement weapon, aiming to send Hulk into a temporal void. However, the device malfunctions under Hulk's onslaught, and the Terminator is the one sent spiraling through time. The battle reaches a point where the environment can no longer sustain the conflict. A nuclear reactor is destabilized, forcing both combatants to withdraw, Hulk to prevent a catastrophe, Terminator to reassess and repair. So, after a deep dive into their capabilities, who stands victorious? Final verdict: Hulk prevails. The Hulk's combination of limitless strength, unparalleled durability, and adaptive intelligence, when merged with Banner, gives him a decisive edge. The Terminator, while formidable, operates within the constraints of its programming and physical limitations. Even factoring in the Terminator's strategic acumen and advanced weaponry, it lacks the means to inflict lasting damage on the Hulk or neutralize him permanently. However, in scenarios where the Terminator could exploit environmental factors or utilize advanced futuristic technology beyond the T-800's standard capabilities, there might be a sliver of opportunity. But, based on canonical evidence and theoretical analysis, the Hulk emerges as the likely victor in this titanic tussle. But that's just one dimension of this multifaceted debate. What if Skynet deployed more advanced models, like the T-1000 with its mimetic polyalloy, or even the TX with nanotechnology? Could they tip the scales? Or perhaps, considering different Hulk iterations, could the immortal Hulk change the dynamics? We want to hear from you. Share your insights, theories, and analyses in the comments below. Let's elevate this discussion with your expert opinions. If you found this deep dive intriguing and love melding science with speculation, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next exploration into the extraordinary. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the realms of science fiction and superhero lore. Remember, the universe is vast and the possibilities are endless. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay curious. Closing visuals. A dynamic montage of the Hulk leaping into the sky, transitioning into the Terminator's red-eye fade-out, culminating with the channel's stylized logo pulsing to the beat of the closing music. Up next, could Doctor Strange outwit the Time Lords of Gallifrey? A crossover of mystical proportions awaits. Stay tuned.